Jay, I'm so glad to finally, for the first time in my life, talking to you.
Yeah, no, Ajim, we've never crossed paths.
Yeah, you're such a beautiful girl, Imaba.
Hey, thank you,
I'm
Ajim.
going through your profiles, your videos, and all that. You've got such a beautiful face. See.
Thank you, Ajim.
So thank you so much, Tashi. I'm not going to take so much time, just chit chatting. Let's start with the show, Mo. Tubba. So how I do it is I always put the comments off so that we can focus on each other. So that we can focus on each other and more. Let's get real, more. Tubba. Thank you so much, Tashi, for taking the time out. I'm sure you've done so many other interviews, more.
It's usually the same, Ajim. It's usually the same question. So maybe for me as well, this is the first time, like something very different. But so
Yeah,
very excited.
thank you so much. Firstly, I want to congratulate you on winning Miss Bhutan Universe, mo.
Miss
Miss Bhutan Universe.
Universe Bhutan.
Universe Bhutan, okay.
So the Bhutan that we're just keeping it as Miss Bhutan Bajamji. Just Pata Juda Jamji with the whole tag Jamji. Now it is just Miss Bhutan Bajay.
Zai, congratulations, Zai. So proud of you, yeah. And I saw all your pictures and Zai, even like the live show baby mo chingia.
Life baby.
Honestly. And then the winner was supposed to be like on vote system mo.
Vote ke members last na top 5 kina not top 5 top 10 kina only one contestant was supposed to go through vote ki be the viewers choice may imagine last ki chamji and I didn't try much on that because Bhutan de ajmge like it's such a small country they come to vote bureau because of the population we won't be able to do much no ajim so I was like okay it's fine for this first time for Bhutan so as long as I'm there and I do my best it doesn't really matter if I'm like winning or because winning the no sama tamo
Of course, Zai, just the fact that you are there, yeah? Just the fact that you are there is a win there. Mo. And so young.
Young I'm 25 now.
25 is so young, way, yalla. Your life has just started. So young and such a beautiful face and such a nice energy, nice aura. So soft spoken. I think the whole let's get real nanga chulu praise cham chibedi
And Tama is 1.5 hours the chance. Say I should do I slow up with it.
I'm sorry, I'm looking a little yellowish reddish. It's the reflection of my curtain, so
It knows him. I think
I'm looking like a little like but anyway, thank you so much again, Tashi, for taking your time out to talk to me. I've had like as always, what I do is people who watch my Let's Get Real, they usually send me messages. No, please get this person, please get that person, then I choose and all that. I had a lot of messages wanting me to talk to you.
Thank you everyone.
Ya di nga di at siya zai siya la untuk gamo ngagi show na di ngai show di kasyo che me untuk gamo se noi singa giti but I just tried out my luck and you replied and thank you it really means a lot to me and your fans.
No, Ajim, like, cause I watched a few. I think I watched Ajim Thoki. I watched for a few minutes last time Ajim Chika Joda, and then I was really looking forward to it as well because, like I mentioned, I have my also interviews. What I always talk about is like, okay, nasmi kauche, ansum be, ana hipsen ram chikauche. So I feel like this session or this interview would be something very different, and then all of you guys will be I hope all of you guys would be able to see a different version of me, a different side of me other than being like Miss Bhutan and all that thing because I don't know
exactly
the whole
that's
tagline.
exactly our focus is going to be the person you were before you were Miss Bhutan and the person that you intend to be after you've become Miss Bhutanila. So we'll focus on that more. Firstly, can you please give us like a introduction about yourself, lah?
Introduction guys love nutida.
It's okay.
What's up for everyone? I'm just Choden, but then I feel like people a lot of people don't know my actual name. Like I think a lot of people know me through my social media presence. That my name is Das Chombal and Das Chombal Dorji. So I'm officially announcing, introducing myself. My name is Das Choden. Like I said, I'm 25. I'm in Aries. That tells a lot about me.
Oh, nice.
And what else? What else? I'm someone who has a lot of energy, and a lot of people can't handle that sometimes, and then end up having a lot of other, perceptions about me. So I'm here for you guys. You can ask Ajim whatever questions you want to, and then Ajim will ask me. And this way, like I said, you guys will find a different version of me other than being a beauty pageant queen.
Yeah. Okay, that's very nice. You're an Aries. Nice.
Ajim. What
Yeah.
about you, Ajim?
Libra.
Oh, all about
Libra. Aries and Libras get along. And
Yeah.
are you into astrology? I'm really
Just a bit.
I'm into astrology. So our time to shine for Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn is starting from the 25th of April. We'll be getting a lot of money and success. I'm really into all this, huh? Yeah. So when you said Aries, I was like quite excited. Anyway, thank you for your introduction. Ani, can we know a little bit about your childhood? You know, you as a little girl, you have like a story to that. Yeah.
As far as my childhood, I think since I'm a very, I consider to call myself an open book, because whatever, like, I tell people I hardly have a private life anymore, because thanks to TikTok, thanks to all these social media apps, and I feel like people, with all the support, with all the love people have showered on me throughout my journey, throughout my career, I genuinely feel that people deserve to know what I do in my personal life. So I consider myself as someone who doesn't have a private life. Oh, nga dahil ani date pe to nga dahil ano na join nga na ba na choto. I tell people everything that's happening in my life. So I think even with my childhood, because of all the interviews I've been doing, there's hardly anything I can share that people already don't know about. But then I think a few misunderstandings that went through with interviews was when I first won the whole title, people were like, "Eh, mo the Dubra member na mo the Nagaland image how going to
Yeah.
And then I think that stemmed from one of the interview I did, where I mentioned I am, but like my father was Tibetan, I to pray, but then I was brought up in Dimapur till the age of 4, which is in Nagaland. And I think people received that in a very different light, thinking of me trying to say, oh, okay, ngati dupti man, they was a Bhutan lo, so man, ngati duprai.
Yeah.
Well, I was just brought up in Nagaland for a couple of years, and then my father ended up passing away because of some illness, and that's how me and my mom came back. And after a few years, it was the same fate for her as well. She had some illness, and then she passed away.
I'm so sorry. Oh, okay.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Now it's like I think I can laugh through it now, because Hemati, I'm like, oh, people are like, hey, so sorry to hear that. I'm like,
Yeah.
and now I'm like, no, it's fine. They've been dead for like quite a long time, so it's fine now.
Yeah. You know what they say. What they say. It's obviously very traumatic. No, for a child to lose their parents is very traumatic. What people say is, if you can talk about your trauma without crying, that means you've healed. So you have healed. You've passed that trauma, and I'm so happy for you.
I didn't know that was the case. I thought I was just making fun of my trauma the whole time.
No, are you making fun or do you feel healed? Like
I'm not sure how healed feels, Ajay, but then it's like I hardly talk about traumas. I hardly talk about mental health with people,
oh
with my surrounding of people, because
yeah
they know, because I have a very dark sense of humor. So whenever
yeah
they're like, "Hey, Chidan's," I'm like, "Oh, okay, like, Kimi Charai, you go through that once people die." And
yeah
then people who don't get my sense of humor, they're like, "Oh, that's so offensive." I'm like, "No, I thought that was funny," because like it's indeed a fact that people actually die, and then
yeah
it's not something that I can, hold on to for the rest of my life, because I have to move on one way or the other. And then
yeah
if I can laugh through it and move on through it, then I think it's fine. Even if you want to call it offensive, okay, so be it.
yeah, but that is the fact of life, Timo. That is definitely the
Mm.
fact of life, and you knowing that and understanding that at this young age is very impressive, huh? It's
Thank
very
you.
impressive. So you
I
have
think
your
I had like a list of traumas that made me.
yeah yeah, and then what happened after you think after
After
your
that,
mom passed away?
I stayed with my auntie, who I currently am living with right now as well. And then before my mom passed away, I think when I was around or s- I think around 6 or 7ish, my mom, he met a really nice guy again, and then I'm really happy that she could move on with her life like that. So yeah, he is still in our life. My stepfather is still in our life, and that originates with the whole Das Chombal Dorji as well. Because Chombal was my biological father's name, and Dorji being my stepfather's surname. So I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay, like I don't want, because I'm standing, like, as you want. There were always these kids who had Dorji as a last name, and it looks really cool back then.
yeah
Dude, more than that, I'm not just children stuff to me, love, baby. So I
yeah
was like, okay, maybe I can change my name as well. The birth certificate that was just children doing, but at least as a personality on social media, I can maybe change my name. So no way. That's when the whole Touch Doji came, and then I
yeah
think that's my alter ego now.
yeah nice
But
yeah
yeah, I think for someone who people kept mentioning that you have a lot of trauma, you have a lot of baggage. I recently realized that I didn't have a traumatic childhood. I think I had quite a okay childhood. Like I said, okay, I thought I had a traumatic childhood because of people passing away in my family one after the another. I think that's why I consider, oh, ngadi there go chief ngadi dos chosi sivide. So now when I think about it, I don't think I would be strong enough to face the reality of this world if all of this didn't happen to me.
yeah wow Really, I got goosebumps also, yeah.
Allah.
Wow, you are one hell of a positive person, huh? My God,
Allah.
very
You have to
impressive.
be positive imagine, because like if you're not positive, Zai, you will barely survive.
Exactly. And your
Allah.
school and all, Katimo school, Pechatasa.
I finished till high school. I didn't go to college because I started working at the age of 15. And then I think I got it from my mother, because she was a very independent woman. She used to travel alone when she was my age. Not only like within Bhutan, she used to travel outside of Bhutan alone. And then back then, okay, people were like, "Me hamagi anytime na di mapali chungalera, you have to mature fast." And totally na di, no, you should take your time. I'm like, no, I want to be independent. I want to have a house of my own as soon as I'm 18. And I think I was very chilipzumbe in that way, because
Yeah.
a lot of people were shocked when they heard, okay, I moved out of my house at a very young age. because they were like, "Ngashi zote chim ani family chikar devtara gaya." I'm like, yeah, I love my family as well, but at the same time doesn't mean that I want to burden them. I don't think they would consider me a burden, but then that's how I feel because they had to bring me up all these years, and I didn't want to burden burden them further. So as soon as I turned 15, I started working, and then I was going to school as well. It was like something it was just like something I can make a few pocket money out of.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then after I was in high school, class 10, nale chamchi, I think I wanted to take it very seriously. So I think I was like, Kimi Peshatavi to Kone Nava college ke file
Mm.
by Jomi Sansa with Diviru La Tentichi Metho La Tobre. I don't think they would get as much as I'm getting through a few projects. So I think college tea I can go whenever I want, because being in a blessed country like Bhutan, we don't have to pay for our education. So college tea I keep telling my parents the same thing, because they still are insisted that I should go to college and then go for my tertiary exams and all. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, tututi lagi ra tu na as soon like as long as chimna kind to zaniche and zuga gola giniche, if I have a roof under my head, I feel like I'm content right now. I don't want to be greedy, and then I don't want to be like, hey, I'm chi melame ngadi say banglo be goni ngadi gari ansum tani ansum jigone ves davidini, because like that's what I realized after a few years of working. As when you have some when you're content with something, there are people who want more, and then that sabotages them at the end. Remember so if, for example, if I am the top paying actress in Bhutan right now, I would want more, which is fine, which is totally fine. But for me, I am trying to find ways to be content with what I have right now. Because hema desire project, for example, if I get in the 20 to next kina offer chomchi ya ngai ki ani rate 15 to kasawjin, then you don't get projects, because then the directors are like, hey, more than some expensive mein zyada. So as long as you're content with what you have, I feel like God has his own plan for you. So I'm just waiting for. I'm like, yeah, talam can you ngai the gani mo do me whatever you have planned for me. Juba better does.
Oh
Anke
God.
majo chile at the gayan gari decent chi, yan gari chimchi renti mungu base.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I
So
think with
that's really,
education, I was never really a
yeah,
bookworm.
even I used to also feel that. See, now, of course, I went to college and I graduated and all that. But then, Dato, when I look back, no, I always think like college member, ngadi the degree and member, yan management course teach abduru tanu, yan something skill based, skill based ki training chi bedaru tanu so no me singa ye.
Mm.
That's what I feel because I did political science honors. Kaliti
Oh.
political science honors. I can't, you
My
know.
partner did the same thing. Actually, Mogi political science banuvate.
Yeah.
But then she was like, yeah, the political science vibe. The guy same the ben. I'm like, ano heman no sung tango bate.
Honestly, so that's why I say I don't know be skill based at so andum trainings unchi bedaru tanu say, but it's okay. It's okay. No complaints. I'm sure college tammi this, so I'm sure we'll have like the college goers who will be watching this. It's good that you're completing your graduation. Please do it. Finish your degree.
Oh,
We
shit,
all
guys mo ani gida.
we always tama nga chini gibero nga. Education always helps. Yeah. Education always helps more. So then, like, did you ever like what work did you do at the age of 15?
Work as in like I don't think I wanted to work. I'm saying that like it was by fluke. Because like how back in the days my all these women were into dieting. Because
Mm,
comes 20 days plan and a whole plan chira thobe na jum.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
anjum dinawate. And then my auntie, it was ngachi school na winter break deba. So I traveled to Thimphu with her from Bajo. Nahe we coincidentally the office that the diet plan was sold at was the Project Bhutan office. And then
Oh,
Pata Jobe, I think that was the first time I saw all these magazines with all these young with all these young teens posing doing ramp walks because like Bhajanati, the only thing I was exposed to was school na concert na dance be ani achla the culture teacher level up please ngachi shabge be. And when I came to Thimphu I was like ngombara ikhale thu be na jimpa guest wa ke janu am sale ngombara because it was like a whole new level of exposure to the outside world in Thimphu na. So then the owner, he came up to me and he was like, "How old are you?" I'm like, I'm 15," and he was like, "Oh, okay. Are you into modeling now?" I was like, I haven't really thought about it, but then I would want to give it a try." And that's when he was like, "Okay, we have a winter grooming going on for Project Bhutan season three, no, four in a stage." And then he was like, "You can come give it a try." And then feast and if go. And I was like, even though Amalu, but she was like, I come from a very conservative, of the very Asian family, no, where pesha, la, mapse, aluke settle.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, for it. And then I was like, please, try it again. And then she looked at me, and then I think the owner, he knew how much I wanted to how much I wanted to do it. So I was like, okay, for you, we will do this. You don't have to pay. You just come and try it out once. And I was like, okay, Rupi, we mongol free life. And she was like, okay, do the winter break na chamchi me. Otherwise, you have to focus on your study. I was like, yeah. And then I joined. Anal khato da ibatashin. Then I was like, the summer vacation na yoni. Attara honi ta. School ke time fashion show which leaves juvela honi slab baby. And then I think that's how I first got into modeling. And from there, I think they really liked how dedicated and how motivated I was in the whole career. And then they were like, okay, you're young right now, but then I feel like you're ready to go do international shows. And then that's when Achu Casper and Achu Palter, the two of them were like, okay, we're gonna send you for your first international show. I was hooked. I was like, that is the best
Oh,
I think I was around 7 in 8. Oh, no. I think I was around 9 this day though, class 9 now. Because I was taking a break, so I had to rest for a year after my mom's death. Because I think that took quite a toll on my mental health. Yeah. So I think I took a 1 year gap. Unfortunately, 9 this time.
Okay. Yeah, and then you went on to do your shows and all that. Where was your first show?
The first show that they sent me to was Guwahati. Guwahati ki fashion week. So that was the first one, and then they had a lot of international designers and international models coming to Thimphu to do the Kongiani design. I did a few shows with them as well. Then that's when all of the mentors in Project Bhutan, they were like, how do you feel about like beauty pageants? I was like, oh no, beauty pageants, like I've never really liked it because why would I want to put myself on the spot for strangers to look at me and judge me for just for at just a glance? I don't want to do that. And they were like, no, just try it out once. They're like, but then you just give it a shot. And then I think that's how I got into my first beauty pageant as well at the age of 17.
My God.
Yeah, it was like, I think fashion show, beauty pageant, and as soon as I turned 20, I think that was my first debut for Ani with Tashi single.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you also singing na you mo?
I had a short here.
Yeah. Animo, have you ever thought of going for international modeling and all that?
I would want to try it, but then I feel like pahip dari rupa casting na ngati delete betanism change. Because that's I because a lot of people know that the world of modeling is very toxic. You have to be a certain height, and then I'm just 5'7". 5'7" ye dor asu shop shop lab jashin 5'7" ish silang ba.
Oh my god.
5'6" mem 5'7" mem chi but uncomfortable height is asu magi. So
Oh my god, you're so funny.
yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, thanks to all these camera angles and all, and since I have like a lot of good friends who take good pictures, no, I look really tall in all of my pictures on Instagram on social media. So when they meet me in like any don't go bicharta, and they thought, yeah, chita dera zura
Yeah.
I think and mom they think I'm Ajim Toki's height. I'm
Yeah.
like, ngara gabot Ajim Toki height be
Cheda Ajim Toki height member. Cheda Toki.
No.
Oh,
I
okay,
think
okay.
Ajim Toki might be 5'8" or 5'9" bechi. 5'8" maybe.
5'8" Dijung. 5'8".
So I am 5'7" ish.
Yeah, 5'8". Okay, okay.
I think for international Asians, you have to be at least for females, you have to be at least 5'8".
Oh.
And then it's and kavya too with much.
Yeah.
That's why when I go for all these fittings with the designers, because designer mom they look at you at a glance, and then they are like, okay, any model is uchung kuchirame, so I'm just going to give her this outfits. La baby, golangam to the jumwa that's when I learned this trick from all of my senior models who are like my height or shorter than me.
Yeah.
I'm fitting sa joda. Jama as ram chicken, yan parallel pant, ram chicken, no could I hear get
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we do that, but sometimes luck me what happens is they ask you to take off your heels and stay in a line. So it's always like maybe, and we have to be like, see, you go, yeah.
With that height also you want it. I mean, obviously it's a tall for Bhutanese and for Asian. That's a very tall height. I mean, you're tall, huh? 5'7" is quite tall.
The emphasis on the Asian.
It's quite tall. It's quite tall. Plus, you have, like I said, you're a beautiful human being, yeah.
Thank you.
Don't have to manage. You know, something do like the joy that's like literally oozing out of you. You know. Nice, happy person. Okay, so now that is your modeling, how you started and all, remember the more, and then you got into movies. How was it into getting into the Bhutanese film industry?
Film Kitty, I think I've been told a lot of times that I'm typecasted, and then I do agree with them because it's just my voice that's very soft and then a little high pitched. But then when I have like makeup on and when I don't smile and when I just like blank face, no, a lot of people tell me I have RBF.
Okay.
And then a lot of people are like, no, they're like, yeah, as soon as like after a few rounds of whiskey or after a few rounds of vodka, they're like, and they come up to me, even if they don't know me, they're like, I'm like, yeah, I get that a lot. Like, they tell it directly to my face. They don't even sugarcoat it. They're like, you look like a really mean girl, you know, like who doesn't know how to talk to people. I'm like, yeah, in my soft, high pitched voice, yeah, I get that a lot. Thank you. So it's like, I don't mind being typecast because of that, because I tell my family the same thing. The first time I did singing, they were like, Zai, the modeling below, kitty role che mato, gundini melos. I was like, I don't know, do it, gundini pose, the gade ben zay, padai, kuchaway, nadona, nalo, kitty beggars, gade. So I think that's when the whole typecasting started. And then I think I've never done any role under a positive light. It's always been like Gundini or like villain or like you know,
Yeah.
Dim Ginum. I was happy because like a while back I did this movie called The Family Restaurant.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're so funny.
Throughout the whole session, tissue papers
Oh, this is tricky. That's the girl who chuni me gagawagi. Yeah.
And then Family Restaurant, when they came to me with the rule, I was like, oh, finally, something that's not Gundini. And script reading the day me. So Chonda Chigita anime. Oh, I was like, oh, okay, so I'm a daughter now. I'm not going to beat up anyone. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not doing anything. Script na le mata joira. The chedi ani school na le tenko isi me. Pamgilo mapale manyami si me. Jung mapale mabi me aludi me lo. Yeah, so no relation.
Oh God.
I had like a few seconds of happiness, and then I was like, oh God. Even as a daughter, I'm the black sheep. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to accept it. I kiss but I'm team on it.
How was it? In the movie industry in Azuda, how did you feel comfortable? Maybe you felt, no? Because you
It was very comfortable because I had a lot of people showing concerns because of a lot of rumors going around in the film industry. But I was like, no, I think that depends on you and how you deal with the people around you and how you present yourself. And that brings forward the action, the reverse action as well. No, Ajim?
Yeah,
And then for me, I think I've always been a people person. I've always been a people pleaser. As soon as I have this feeling that okay, that person doesn't like me, I'm like, and project is Zoda and the movie is Zoda Chedanga best friend. I don't want to name the artist, but that happened a few, like maybe 2 or 3 times. Because at first they were like, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to cozy up to you. You know, like, chinga magori chingan barunga awas me javidin.
Oh my God.
So I think for me it was very comfortable.
Oh God. My God, yeah, I never thought you were like this, yeah. You're quite very fast to open up, memo.
So that's why I feel like I don't have any secrets because I was telling my partner, no, oh, okay, I'm doing this session with Ajim Lalabisa, and then my partner is a huge fan of Ajim Toki.
Yeah.
She literally told me, oh, Ajim Toki is my gay awakening. And I'm like, oh, she would be so many lesbians, you know, like gay awakening. Just look at her. She literally gave birth and she still has that body. She still looks this fat, like, oh. I'm like,
Yeah.
to be her at her age.
But can I just say something? You look very similar to Toki.
I get that a lot. Hemala was the same. Hemala haparam to bomb Janet Chukuvit.
Yeah, Chinamsa Mani Deba, Toki's homo there, and even the energy, because even she has she's like you, she's so funny, hilarious.
I think it's because both of us are tan.
Yeah. Even the skin mo, tannish samchu ni dige, but even your features, ani do similar do chuni. Yeah, so your partner, no need to dream about Ajim Toki. You are there somewhere.
You dream about me, okay? Why are you looking at other women?
Suddenly the next thing you know,
boring them.
So now let me ask you one question, okay? So sorry, I said I will not ask you about Miss Bhutan, but I have to ask you. Ani, how was your experience like now from Bhutan Naluche, winning the title and then going there for your Miss Universe Bhutan Nalujodalu? Like, how was it internationally? How did you feel? Were you comfortable? Like, gade be feel be experience gade be do?
I think it was very intense. It was very challenging, and there were a lot of times when I was there that I was like drained out of energy. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to mingle with any of the other girls because when you're at an international competition, you're very intimidated because all of these girls, they're like stunning, they're like beautiful, they have achieved so many things, and then me, like what came to my mind was, okay, chiki background because modeling, aspiring actress, Miss Bhutan. But then all these girls, they're like, oh, I have a bachelor in this, I'm doing this, I'm an engineer, I'm an architect. So like whenever they do all these introductions, you get very intimidated and you feel like very less about yourself. You don't feel like as if you've done enough to be worthy of being there. So there were a number of times when I used to call Sir Karma and I tell him, oh sir, like I don't think I'll be able to do this. Like I feel very demotivated. I don't feel the energy at all. I've been trying, like, but then I think by the end of the competition, I'm going to be depressed because of whatever like mental trauma that I'm going through here. But then I had a lot of amazing mentors who I kept in contact with. They were like, no, it's fine, you just go there, you give it your all. Like winning the, I don't think it's possible for Bhutan for now because we are a small country, and then all these pageants, no matter how big they are, there's a little bit of politics happening, like here and there. And all these countries, they're like huge, they give a lot of like donations and contributions in exchange for all of like this and that, which actually made like sense. And what actually threw me off of the competition was the lack of support I had when I was there. Not like support as in fans and all. I don't like calling them fans, but then all of my supporters, the love from, not in that sense, but then the lack of support in a way from the organization itself, because it was like some of the contestants, they get a lot of privileges because of the country that they're coming from. They have helpers with them, they have designers staying in the hotel with them. But then for small countries like us, it was just what we have learned in our respected countries, and then that's what we go there with. That was the only thing we had for going on for us. So at the end of each day, it was, when we go back to our rooms, it was very exhausting. All of us would be very exhausted. Next day, and we can't effort to show that in front of people, because then a lot of marks get cut down. And then just because me being there, a lot of people will see all the like like Bhutanese citizens through me. They will like, oh, okay, if I'm a little bit of grumpy, if I show a little bit of my attitude towards the paparazzis, towards the fans, towards all the supporters out there, they'll be like, oh, that's Miss Bhutan. Like I think all of the people from Bhutan are like that. So even if there were times I used to go to the washroom, I used to cry my eyes out, and then I used to have my retouch pinning. I dropped the babe, hey, thank you so much.
I
So I think in that way, you learn to cope with all this negativity down the line, and now it's like whatever happens, it's it's like a small speck of dust compared to whatever I had to go through during the whole 1 week stay in for the competition.
so do you what cherish the moments, or
It
do
was,
you like
yeah,
did you have
it
like
was
fun
stunning on
great
me.
good
Yeah,
friends, good friends? Do you sometimes, like, right now when you think about it, do you cherish the moments in the competition?
I think this would be something I'll cherish throughout my life, and even if I have kids in the future, I'd be like, Tashi, I done day mess.
Yeah, but you made
Yeah, I think
the whole of Bhutan proud
cherish
of
it.
you. Yeah.
Because I think through the whole experience, I got to live out my childhood dream as well. Because growing up, at first I used to be like Miss Bhutan and competition this time. Miss Bhutan first time came in Ajim.
Yeah.
Ajim time na.
Yeah.
Time na I didn't watch the competition. I didn't even know there was a competition called Miss Bhutan. But then Ajim Reti ki time na there was a vote system and everything, no Ajim. So
Yeah.
ay tapos na turo len be vote pe jo ni si deu mare yalla. I'm like, nga vote chi bego wa dai te vote chi bego wa isla bebe. And then um when I was on the stage of Miss Bhutan, I was like, oh, okay, like this is where I actually wanted to be like a few years back. And now I'm here. And as soon as I knew that Miss Universe was on the table, if you win,
Yeah.
that's when I was very competitive. Because like I'm naturally a very competitive person, even in like small games like Ludo.
Mm. No.
So when I first joined Miss Bhutan, my auntie actually registered me for the competition. So I was like, oh, okay, like I'll just go there for fun because I don't think I want to join Miss Bhutan right now. So I'll just go there. I'll go for the experience. But then as soon as Sir Karma mentioned, okay, the winner is going to Miss Universe, I was like, okay, game mood.
Yeah,
Game mood
wow.
on in the let's do it because Miss Bhutan, I've always been dreaming about it since I was a kid. And then Miss Universe and Miss World was the second like dream I had. Eh, nga Miss Universe na journey, nga Miss World na journey. So to actually live it out, I think that's something I would never be able to take out of the whole experience.
Yeah.
Me being able to live out what like child me wanted to do. So
Yeah.
being able to do that, I think brought me immense pleasure. It brought me immense like gratitude. And then I think after that, I am very much in a state where I'm like, okay, what next now? Because Miss Universe was the ultimate dream for me when it comes to beauty pageants.
Yeah.
And also now that happened, because I won't qualify for Miss World even if I wanted to compete in it because of the whole tattoos. So I said, oh,
Oh,
okay. So
yeah.
maybe I'll just like go with the flow kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes that's the best thing. That's the best thing.
Mhm.
Dude, so now, so what would you like to do? What are your goals? Like, what would you like to achieve now? Chigishe, like anything behind your head, like, at the back of your mind, you must be having something, no? Like, this is now the next thing that I want to achieve, or you're just focusing in your present moment.
I think I did that a couple of times, and that's where I sabotaged a lot of opportunities for myself because I was so stuck on achieving one goal that I missed out on a lot of different goals. So now I'm just like, okay, whatever comes my way, I'll just accept it. I'll just go with it, and then if it doesn't go well, then it was never mine to be. So for now, I am trying to live in the moment. Okay, even if I don't get any projects, I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like the if it's meant to be for me, and if it will do me any good, it will come to me. Otherwise, I think it's just how it's supposed to be. And then
Yeah,
for now, I'll just focus on myself. I just focus on settling down. I just focus on like making or building up like a home for myself.
yeah,
And then I think the whole break period for me has given me the opportunity to reconnect with my family because
yeah.
after a while, because of my whole career and because of the whole journey, I lost touch with my family. I couldn't hang out with I couldn't go meet them. I couldn't go meet them. Like
Oh my God. Chigi lo ni serious, yoga selap tara jochuk na ngalo.
ala
Yeah,
Asyam
yeah.
langsung gagawin mo ano
Oh, si,
meet
oh,
ka
nga na.
ano guys ano Zoom.
Tama na, laugh na
Ala.
italo titigin. Yeah, but
But then,
no.
but then yeah, I've missed out on a lot of family gatherings, a lot of um family events because I was prioritizing my career. And then this break, like I said, gave me the opportunity to reconnect with people, to reconnect with the relationships that we had that was lost somewhere in the middle. So yeah, I am for now. I feel like I'm very content.
Yeah.
I'm very content.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's fine. If it's for me, it will come to me.
Yeah, 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 exactly. More than money, time is what is more important,
Mm,
no? So you have the time right now, so it's always
mm.
best to connect with your family and your loved ones. More, you are a open and active member of the LGBTQ community in Batemu. What is your hope, okay, or what change in your community and the country do you wish you could see?
I think we are still moving forward with the whole movement with the LGBT community, because what I believe in is making people connect with stories, connect with people rather than connecting with policies. No, because if I go to a campaign and if I read them a whole book of of policies, I don't think they would be able to understand me. I don't think they would be able to connect with me. They were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, and madam, they don't know. Gach love chikara hamagote. Per love rabi asi." But then if I collect all these stories of all these real stories of actual real people, I feel like that would make it that would make more sense to the society. So that's what we are doing as a whole right now. As a community, we are trying to bring out a lot of stories from the LGBT community as we can, because I think at the end of the day, what we are I want to say fighting for, because in Bhutan we are lucky to be. I keep on telling this to all of the individuals from the community. You should be lucky your ass is born in Bhutan, because I
Yeah.
go to all this camp because because I go to all these campaigns, no, and then some in some parts of the world you are literally in prison for life just because of the fact that you're gay. And or in other
Close to death also,
countries
yeah.
it's like so brutal, they shoot you right on the spot, because as soon as they think you're gay, not
Yeah.
even any, it's not even confirmed. If people think you're gay, then you're shot to death right on the spot there.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, you should be glad that you're born here in Bhutan and being gay in Bhutan,
Yeah.
because that's as far as acceptance can go. And then because we follow Buddhism, I think it's not in our roots, it's not in us to hate.
Yeah.
I think the general misconception stems from wanting to fit in. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, you're gay, okay, why would you want to fit in? Just be extra, like, why do you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be normal?
yeah.
That's so boring.
Stand
Just be
out.
extra.
Yeah.
Why do you
Yeah.
want the same, like same ani? Why do you want to be like same as all of these people? Just be something else.
Yeah,
But at
yeah.
the same time, don't be too extra though, because that will bring that will bring negative impact to the community. because because I feel like I truly believe that the lack of acceptance, it stems from like the fear of the unknown. And
Yeah, yeah.
most people, they're not comfortable with the community. How should I put it? Yeah, because they look at them in a different light. They think, oh, as soon as they see a gay person, they're like, oh, that's different. And the mothers too, that's out of the normal, that's very unnatural. And then I think for us to, let me reconstruct, in a sense, it creates this distance between heterosexual and homosexual people,
Homosexual. Yeah,
just
yeah.
because of the fear of the unknown. And then what we have to understand is that it's not a situation where we can quote, like one shoe fits all kind of situation,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we've been brought up in such a surrounding where all this unkind terms are used, like chakazum, hijraimbe, anzumimbe, anzumimbe. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that we can't force them to accept us. As long as you can't accept yourself, why are you trying to force that belief upon someone else?
Yeah.
As long as
Yeah,
you
yeah,
accept
yeah.
yourself, I don't think you need people's acceptance.
Yeah.
Please accept how are you supposed to expect that out of people who doesn't understand you?
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as you don't understand who you are, how are you going to expect someone else to understand you?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
exactly.
I think that's what we're trying to make all these people understand. And I think that's what we are trying to make individuals from the community understand as well, that they should have self-love for themselves first, and then try to get that love from someone else if you must.
Yeah, yeah. So right now you are trying to basically trying to bring that change within the community. Yeah, okay, okay.
As far as the whole um, situation with the law, we are still trying to do the whole legalization of same-sex marriage for now, because the only thing that's legalized is same-sex relationship. And people keep on asking me, oh, that must be a huge step, and same-sex relationship legalized benubana. I mean, it is a huge step for a small country like Bhutan, where all these other countries around, around, they are finding it even hard to have that relationship legalized. And
Yeah,
here we are as a small landlocked country that on the world map is like a tiny dot, but here we are making this move, making this huge step. But still then, and a lot of people, I feel like, ano lang, politics na bimigay mi, government na lang bimigay mi, gama. But then, like, this is just my opinion.
okay, okay.
Whenever people ask me, how do you feel the same-sex relationship legalized, babe? It's such a huge step. And I'm like, no, yeah, it was a huge step, but I don't, for me, it was just like, meh, kind of thing.
Mm,
And they're like,
mm,
why? Isn't it a huge step? I'm like, so, okay, get this. I've been dating girls since I was 16.
mm.
And I'm saying that they legalized the mabe, but still then I was in a relationship. So now them legalizing same-sex relationship, how am I supposed to feel about it? Am I supposed to be like, wow, yala, my girlfriend is love to be with? Because I was very out there in the open, even when it
Yeah,
was not legalized.
yeah,
So the whole legalization of same-sex relationship wasn't a huge deal for me.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
now, but then if they do legalize same-sex marriage, then it would have been like, wow, andi ben kongi tanji maris.
Oh, oh,
So it wasn't a huge step. And then now, all of us, within the community and within the organizations like Pride Bhutan, like Koi Voice of Bhutan, we are coming together. We're coming up with all these documents, we're coming up with data, we're trying to have this event where we invite lawmaking bodies in understanding the community, in having them understand what the community is going through,
yeah.
and in what aspects the law, all of them can, and at its help, it goes a long way, no? As in,
Long
like,
way. Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
example, if one of them steps in and then voice their vote for us, then it's like a huge step. It's like, okay, ani tiki ransom bidite. So what if we join in as well? So like, baby. So
Yeah,
even a small help from the lawmaking body, it goes a long way in helping our case as a community member.
yeah, yeah. But is it like underway right now? Legalization of same-sex marriage?
Um, we are trying to put in the whole documents, so we don't have an exact result for now. We're
Eh,
hoping in the next 2 or 3 years, possibly. Ano ba
eh.
naman nanap sa ima pada masyad.
No, no, it will happen. It will happen. Where our Bhutan is a very progressive society. I think it will happen. I think it will work out on your favor because ultimately, Namra Pero, whatever policies, I feel whatever is made is for the benefit of us as a society. So, better Jomemina, eventually.
I
This is what
think
I feel.
that in a way that has something to do with all this youth leaving the country as well, no? Because from whatever percent is leaving the country right now, a certain percentage is from the community, but because in Bhutan they've been living together for so many years, but they don't have this opportunity, they don't have the whole privilege to get married. So
Yeah.
what they do is they exchange partners in a way. For example, like if we have like two gay couple and two lesbian couples, just to have better opportunities and just to have like a settled kind of feeling, okay, like mom get a pata job in because it's legal there, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people, that's what they do. So two gay couples and two lesbian couples, right, they exchange partners, they get the whole MC done, and then they leave the country.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when I always ask them, why are you leaving, to a lot of individuals from the community, they're always like, "Mate, na Bhutan na debe, ngara cham chila ngara la be gisan mitu be office na lamati kira gen be jogo be." like for trans men.
Yeah.
Office na kira gen be jogo be ngachi office na go gen ben gagi chumeto for, and then the more female presenting individual in the lesbian ani, they're like, oh tingara chamchi la baby the gade lani the naure and chimchi ka dire the nyencha such a baby de gono me. So a lot of I think that's most of the case that's happening, and that's why they're leaving the country similar. And me and my partner, we've talked about it as well. She's like, in the next few years, if it's not legalized in Bhutan, would you want to go out and get married? And I'm like, yeah, 저기 뭐라 나 나닌자 먼저 봐줘, 닌자 베사절 웨딩.
Yeah, I think no, don't go. I'm sure it will work out. We need you.
I'm like holding on to dear, like, why?
Yes, so sweet. So how did you meet your partner? Because their videos, this is 2 minute TikTok. That was so cute, yeah. And your partner is so good looking, oh my god. You perfect anime pair. I'm so good looking though.
So I think with my partner, they mau patai chap susah nasi kau change.
Hey, na patai chamidi.
Yeah. Because a lot of people think it's the other way around. But then it was me who patai chap she her. Because it was like I think I was going through a rough patch in life. I had some issues with alcohol, and then that's when I met her. So I think as soon as I met her, you know, like, and moving on, like, ching 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 ching. So I was like, but then she was one tough like cookie to crack, Ajum.
Yeah.
Because I'm very open about my feelings when it comes to confessions and all. No, Ajum.
Yeah.
So I met her like once, twice as a friend, and I was like, you know, like, I really like you, and do you want to be my girlfriend? And she was like, let's get to know each other first. Let's be friends. I was like, huh?
Oh my god.
I was like, the audacity.
Oh my god.
It wasn't like a rejection, but then it felt like a rejection. No, let's be friends.
She didn't jump right into it, you know.
Yeah.
So she didn't jump right into it, you know. So you
No,
loved
I think we were in she friend zoned me for
Oh my
almost
God.
a month and a half maybe. And then I was like trying so hard. I was like, okay, friend, let's get to know each other, love baby. What if she gets to know me, and what if she doesn't like me? Then all this effort is like, it goes down in vain. So I was like, I used to keep on texting her. I'd be like, hi Nima, like, so do you wanna hang out today? And she'd be like, "Ngadari basketball jogo, ngadari ay jogo, ama jogo." I'm like, this girl, I was about to say the B word. I was like, this girl is playing so hard to get. And I used to talk about her behind her back in front of my friends. I used to be like, yeah man, I boom this guy. Kachi mo sumoti. Kamchi patay jami driver, mapale patay jami tume.
My god. So last night eventually they accept you to Batimuru.
Yeah.
Oh, thank god, yeah. That was
At the end, we just went for a ride, and then we were just eating. We took some snacks with us, and we were just eating, and then we were just having and gati pokto ina mashi ani tempogi and chitom. It's not
BBS.
the BBS tower, no. Pata site na gini.
With the point.
No. I forgot the name though. It was at a point somewhere, but it was a nice view of the city, no? And she was like, so I'm gonna ask you something. Do you want to be my girlfriend? And it was so casual. For me, I told her, oh, I really like you. You know, like, you are like this, you are like that. Will you be my girlfriend? And then she was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? Straight to the point. I was like, wow. Now when I think about it, I'm like, I should be pissed. Daddy, you could have put in a little bit of effort as well. Daddy, you want to be my girlfriend? Ashim got stuck. Hi guys.
What happened?
800. Ashim
Sorry.
stuck too within that.
Bessie, sorry. So Mogi Chelu, do you want to be my girlfriend? So you said okay.
Directly on the spot, Ajim. Okay, something.
Oh god.
I should have strung her along no, Ajim, for a while. Another.
You should have played a little hard to get there that time.
Ra?
I said say hard to get bigger did you?
I was like so in love with her, no, Ajim. I was like so into her. I was like, wow, and boom, the gamchi leve bas. Nasi anime. I was like so in my, no, Ajim, in my own honeymoon kind of bubble.
Yeah.
I was like, yalla ma, mod ane bere leve
Cute. So cute. So
As soon as
nice.
she asked, I was like, I don't want to waste another second. I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
Just like she was so indecisive. No, I didn't want her to like change her mind. If I tell her,
Oh my god. Yeah.
what if she's like, oh, I think I'm never
How accepting was your family? Were they like open and accepting? Because you said they are from a little like a traditional type. You said
it took them quite a while. I think around 2 or 3 months. But then it was strange for me because before I had long hair, I had really short hair like my partners. I think I was shorter than her. And then I used to bring my friends over to the house, no, is it? Emma? And then I'm like, it was right there in the open, like I had short hair, I was wearing very like tomboyish clothes. All of my friends were like, yo bro, let me tanta. Some of them in front of my parents, my friends would be like, auntie, because like me being gender fluid, I don't really mind my pronouns. Hema,
Yeah.
when I had short hair, people used to use the pronouns he and him. So now when I have long hair, they use she and her. But so sometimes they would tell it right in front, blatantly in front of my parents. Auntie, so I'm like, when I came out to them official way, they were like shocked. I was like, huh? Like I had short hair, I had girlfriends over. Still, then you didn't figure it out. I'm like, I was so confused, but at the same time, it was harder for my grandmother to process the whole change, the whole transition, because she is one of those grandmas who are like, yeah, the night something mab dash se mab doctor se garidon ka nam chu be baunga. And I always used to joke around with her saying, ba the mab dash of the mab rango with nga dash se be nga prato dai wo honge. And she's always like, Azumra joke baby de me. I'm like, me tha la bete che dash ra gonte nga dash ki honge. So it was very hard for her to accept it, and it's like because she's the backbone of the family. I tried really hard for her to accept me, because if she accepts me, then for the rest of the family, they accept me same. So it was quite hard for her to accept me in general. But then now, we have full acceptance from my side of the family as well, and then Yuma's family is like so accepting. They're like so sweet. They as soon as they knew that the two of us were dating, they called me over for dinner. They're like so welcoming. It's like they instantly, without any thought, they considered me as a part of their family, which was very, I don't know how to put it, but it was it was like a really nice accepting kind of like, overwhelming kind of feeling. So now it's like, okay, I don't really care if society doesn't accept me anymore, because I have all the acceptance I need. I accept myself. I'm in love with myself. I have a wonderful partner. I have my family's acceptance, and both of us have her family's acceptance as well. We have a roof over our house, and then this is like, it's going really smooth. So what else can I wish
Perfect
for?
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
The perfect life, Chugi.
It's like
So
this
nice.
this is all I wished for. So like, what else do I want now?
You're one of the very few blessed ones, Meme. You have, like, honestly speaking, I would really like to mention this. This has just suddenly become my new favorite episode. I didn't think that it was gonna go like this. I really enjoyed. You're such a beautiful soul. such a beautiful person. You've got, I think, the most beautiful heart, and your life is so perfect from what I see. I'm sure you'll have ups and downs. Everybody does. But then the way you look at your problems, the way you look at your trauma, your issues, the way you look at it itself is so beautiful. See,
Thank you.
and I just feel so like happy that I got to spend this much time with you, listening to your beautiful story, like funny, uh, some a little sad, like but inspiring, like really full package, Mechu.
I had fun as well as
Thank
because
you.
like
But I would just like to
usually
ask you if you could just give some advice to those maybe who viewing the show. Advice Zumchi China, since you have like achieved quite a bit at such a young age. Advice Chigi.
so advice. I feel like people will get bored with the same advice I give every day because I'm in all of the interviews, in all of the sessions we interviews we do on TikTok, on whatever media source there is. I always tell people to be to be like content, to be in love with themselves, and then to always go in the mirror every morning and be like like you look stunning, you look pretty, because it does sound self-centered, but then like you have to manifest that in your life. Don't be like, oh, I want to be rich. As soon as you wake up, you go in front of the mirror, you have to mean it. Okay, just be like, oh, I'm so rich today, I'm so pretty, ang bank account na turuan, cheese. Because like manifestation works wonders. I feel like Hema, whatever I achieved till now, I think I achieved it because I manifested it into my life. So I didn't never underestimate the power of manifestation, guys. And then always have so much, like always have a lot of self-love for yourself, because churu ani nyodan ranchi kara emos phasi sibe gage chulu khupti gage meomos chingure characham chingugo. So like it's fine, like it's whatever people think about you, that's their notion of that's their notion of a version of you. And then a lot of like all these people will have different versions of you in their mind. Like I said, some people might think I'm mean, some people might think I'm very bitchy, some people might think I'm nice. Ajim is a few is of the few who thinks I'm really sweet. Because I never hear people tell me, oh, Tashi Chombal is such a sweet person, boss. So like don't let what people perceive you, or what light they perceive you in, don't let that hamper your journey towards self-love, your journey towards becoming a better version of yourself. Because a lot of people tell you you only glow up once. Baby girl, you glow up 5-6 times. Yeah, glow up the no just had to change me, hairstyles had to change me. And glow up, don't stop yourself from becoming the best version of yourself. And if you feel like people aren't on your side, then just subtract. There's
Thank
no use in
you.
keeping negative people in your life.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Tashi. Thank you. My God, you believe in manifestation. I am also a firm believer. I believe in all law of attraction and manifestation, all the laws I follow.
Millionaires doesn't sound good with that.
I'm already a millennial. I'm beautiful. I'm kind. I'm positive. These are the things I
Yeah.
tell myself every day in the mirror.
Hmm.
So
There
wow.
are times, not the gym, because there are times when you can't say that to yourself, but still then force baby love me, chala chala. Guys.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Guys, you fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll really make it. So anyway, thank you, Tashi. I'll put on the
Thank you,
comments
Jen.
if you would like to interact with your fans or your Gachilo supporters. How do I again? Yeah. I enjoyed this session. Thank you so much.
This was very nice as well, Ajm, because like like I said, usually with all these interviews, it's always the mundane, same questions like, how do you
Yeah.
feel? It's always the same answers every time. So I hope you
Tashi,
guys like saw me in a different light.
if I can mention this, no, I mean, I have done a lot of talk shows now. I don't know how many I've done. I've lost numbers also. But there are very few people who have really honestly spoken from their heart. You're one of them. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Jim.
Ay,